Okay, it is an CI tool. Okay. Okay. So the CI tool, CI stands for continuous integration. Continuous integration. Okay. Integration tool. The example for this is Jenkins. Okay. Then Hudson. Okay. Then Bamboo and many more guys. Okay. The most important is Jenkins and Hudson. Jenkins and Hudson both are same only guys. Okay. If you get an offer on Hudson, don't hesitate. Hudson and Jenkins both are same guys. Okay. Jenkins is an open source, whereas the Hudson is a paid service guys. Simple. Rest of the things, everything is same. Okay. Okay, so then Jenkins is an application that monitors execution of a repeated jobs, such as building a software project. Okay, then Jenkins can do automatic testing as well of functional as well as the performance as well as for build. So whenever you are going to trigger a build, right? So it is automatically it is going to perform functional as well as the performance as well. Okay, so Jenkins can notify a team if a build fails. Let's say what we are going to do is in a Jenkins, we are going to create a one job, okay, for each project. Okay, let's say when we are going for the deployment here, so I have triggered a job and it has to go for the deployment. Okay, if the deployment get fails here, okay, you will get a notification saying that the so and so job has got failed. Okay, we need to go and check. Okay, then it is an open source software. Okay, and the default port number is 8080. Okay, so Nexus is 8081, SonarQube is 9000, and this Jenkins listens the port number of 8080 guys. Okay, then Jenkins has a large number of plugins which helps in automation of process. That means, so without the plugin guys, okay, so Jenkins is having the n number of plugins here. Okay, with I mean by default it will have a sum of the plugins. If you download any additional plugins for your software, okay, then it will use the enhanced features for your softwares here. Okay, while configuring the tools which we are using for our deployment purpose perspective. Okay, then by default the .jenkins folder creates in a user profile. So like the same guys, okay, that is what do you call for Apache Maven, the .m2 folder is going to be created in a user profile, right? Here also in the same manner the .jenkins folder is going to be created in a user profile guys. Okay, and we can keep the we can keep this folder as a backup purpose. Okay, the Kaushike Kawachi, okay, he is the creator of the Jenkins, and initially it is called as a Hudson West. Okay, it is renamed in the year of 2011 to Jenkins, and it's an open source. Previously, it was in Hudson was the paid service, whereas now the Jenkins is an open source case. Okay, and it supports incremental updates. Incremental update in the sense, let's say today you have took a one of the backup here. Okay, for 1 week it will you have took one backup. Okay, if your job runs tomorrow again the backup, what happens is whatever the backup we have till today and from tomorrow whatever the difference is there, right, so only that part it will be taken as a backup phase. That is we called as incremental updates or incremental backup we say. Okay, then this is about the small introduction of the Jenkins. Okay, then comes the installation. Okay, so in the installation guys, we have a three types of installation. Okay, so one is generic way. One is a generic way. Second one is as you have downloaded the jenkins.war file. Okay, we can run this war file directly. And third one is since it is a war file, guys, that is a web artifact, we can deploy it in a Tomcat. We can deploy or we can run in a Tomcat or Wildfly servers. Okay, so this is an interview question guys. Okay, so how many ways we can start your Jenkins server? Okay, there is a three ways. Okay, one is the generic way, Second one is the Jenkins.var file. We can able to run this file directly. I will show all the three, guys. Okay. And third one is the we can deploy it in a Tomcat or Wildfly server side because it is a var file. That means it is a web artifact, right? So then comes the what is the generic way here. So generic way in the sense, guys, in a Windows machine, what you can see is you can able to directly download the exe file for Windows. Right. Yesterday when I shared the URL in that, it was exe file was there for a Windows. Okay. And for Linux, what you guys can do is just execute a command yum install Jenkins in the Linux I'm saying. Okay. Yum install Jenkins hyphen by. If you provide like this, okay, it will download the Jenkins for you. Okay. So this is for the this is in a generic way. Okay. Then second one, that is the Jenkins var file. Okay. So how to run this Jenkins var file in the sense there is a one command called as a java hyphen jar. Okay. And Jenkins dot var file. Okay. We can run this one. So your Jenkins server will start automatically. Okay. If you run this command java hyphen jar Jenkins dot var file. So this is a command to start your var file, guys. And the third one is that, as I told you, we can deploy this var file is there, right? This var file we can deploy it in a Tomcat or Wildfly server base. Okay, later on I will show this one. Okay, how to deploy it in a Tomcat or Wildfly servers, guys. Okay. So right now what we have done is we have downloaded this var file. Okay, we will start using it in a this one. Okay, by executing the command java hyphen jar jenkins dot var, guys. Okay, using this command we will start the Jenkins. Okay, so before me proceeding, I have this Jenkins file already available in my user profiles. Let me take a backup of this because if I start, it will take the same file here. Okay, so it is already two times it is there. Let me delete. Okay,
One question, sir.
fine. So you can see, yeah, Raju.
Sir, you asked us to download Jenkins.var file, right? So
Hmm.
why, why you avoided the .exe file, which is which can be downloaded for
That is
Windows?
not that is not a recommended way, and most of the time Jenkins will be available in a Linux server. Okay, and whenever you execute this command, right, okay, in the Linux machine you cannot easily find out the path where exactly it is downloaded. Okay, and in the real time we need to set the environment variables based on our environment we used to work on, right? If you execute like this we cannot able to set the environment here. Okay, hence it is not a recommended way. You need to download the jenkins.bar file and set the environment variables. Okay, I mean not for this Jenkins here. Okay, for Java and rest of the things. Okay,
Fine,
we
sir. So
cannot
this is
able
the
to.
common command for
Yes,
Windows as
this
well
is,
as for Linux.
yes,
If you use
both
.var file, yeah, okay.
yes, for both the environment it works. Okay, and make
Okay.
sure Java is
Okay.
available.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have this Jenkins file is there. What I can do is if I start the Jenkins it will take the this file location only. So I would just rename this one. Okay, it will be better. So mv.jenkins2.jenkins underscore bkp. What is the date today? 13/08. Okay, exit. Okay. So Jenkins. So guys, you will be having this var file now, right? Okay, you'll be having this Jenkins.var file. Okay, so how to start this one Jenkins server? Okay, so go to a command prompt where your Jenkins is available. Just execute the command java hyphen jar and jenkins.var. Okay, so this will start the Jenkins server. Okay, and parallelly what I will do is okay, let me complete it here only. Okay, so now guys, it will be given us some password here. Okay, it will be available in a .jenkins folder under secrets. Okay, that is the initial admin password. Okay, so that password we need to give. So where we need to give here? Okay, so what we need to do is go to a browser. Okay, and type localhost. So the default port number 080, right? So this is the default port number for. Okay, as you can see here, this is the binary number there, right? So this is what the password here. We need to provide this password. Okay, so basically where it will be available, it will be available in location, guys. Okay, so you can see it is asking for a password, and password will be available in this location, guys. Okay, and it will be in a binary format. So go to this location. Usually it will be available in a user profiles. That is a .jenkins folder I told you, right? That is .jenkins folder. Under that secrets, under that you will find a one file called as the initial admin password. Open it out with a notepad. So this is what the password now. So just copy this, sorry, and make sure don't give a space, guys. Okay, copy this and paste it here, right? And click on continue, guys. It will download the some of the default plugins, guys. So once it completes, then only we can able to start it. Okay, and here you'll get a two option: install suggested plugins and install, sorry, select the plugins to install. Okay, so you need to select the install suggested plugins. By default it will install some of the default plugins for us. Okay, hence click on this. And here, guys, in a Windows machine you may get failure here because of network issue. Okay, so if you guys face the same issue, what you need to do is just delete that .jenkins folder and try to do the reinstallation. Okay, so this is in a Windows machine. Let it start, guys. I will do the same thing in a Linux as well. Okay, for Linux what I can do is go to the AWS. I hope you guys are having the AWS credentials. It takes some time, guys, okay, for installing all these plugins. See, it is installing some of the Ant, Gradle, Lab, Gate. So all these, some of the default plugins it is, okay. It will install. And later on, whatever the plugins we require, we need to install it. So that is for the Windows machine, guys, okay, installation now. So now we will go to the Linux machine installation, okay. So I'm just logging into the AWS console. What happened to this? So yes, I forgot to shut down this one. Damn it. In Windows, guys, it takes a lot of time, whereas in a Linux, it is very easy and it is fast to install it. Okay, it is in a running state now. So what I can do is I need to log in into this machine. So click on connect. You will get a command. Just copy this command and go to your PEM file location where you have copied this PEM file. So here is my PEM file. I'm opening it with the git bash, guys, and paste the command. Yes. Okay, now I have logged into the Linux machine, guys, which is a Red Hat here. Okay, and I think Java we have set here. Let us check. So how to check? Echo dollar Java underscore home. Okay, sorry, it is dollar, not percentage. Okay, we have a Java is available. So what we need to do is let me download a Jenkins here first. Sorry. Okay, Apache Maven is there, JDK is there. Okay, so Jenkins is not available. So let's download a Jenkins here. So how to download? Go to the Jenkins page, Jenkins download. Click on this download, and we need to download the WAR file. So here is our WAR file, right? So do a right click here and get the copy link address. Okay, and go to your browser, sorry, your git bash here, and download this software. Okay, how to download? In the sense, there is a command called as a wget. Okay, using that wget command we can able to download the any of the application from the internet. Okay, it is downloading now. Okay, so now you can see here. Okay, so jenkins.war file is available. Okay, so how to start? The same command again, java -jar and jenkins.bar file. Okay, and one more thing is whenever we are starting it out, right, it will this like this, it will window will be open here every time. Okay, it is in the same in a Windows. Okay, whereas in a Linux, what we can do is we can run this one in a backend here. Okay, since it is running in the front end, we'll run it for front end once. Okay, and then we'll go for the backend. What it is saying, running the Java class version, which is not the least of the supported version. The name of the feature of a Java flag. Okay, just a second. So it is throwing an error with the Java here. Dot underscore profile. Let's hash this one. Because it requires the Java of 1.8. Echo dollar Java underscore home. It's still showing the same thing. Just a second, guys. Let me restart this machine. Let us check whether it is downloaded here. I mean, started. So it has to complete all these things, guys. Okay, then only we can able to see the dashboard of the Jenkins. Okay, so let's see now. So echo dollar Java underscore home.
So I think there's a screen lag from your side.
No, it is correct only. Guys,
No, sir.
I'm right
Actually,
now. I opened the just. I can able
for
to see
me,
it. There is no. Okay. Yes, everybody is facing the same issue. Just check it out. So right now I have opened this git bash and executed the command echo dollar Java underscore home.
No, what you're doing, Tushar, sometimes you will make Zoom and sometimes you will make this one, no, that's why.
Okay. Okay. So right now, okay, I just clear the screen now. Is it correct, right?
yes, sir. This is correct.
Yeah, I can able to see guys what you guys are seeing. Okay. So let's install a Java here. Okay, in a shortcut way, I will install. Okay, how to install in the sense. So the last one I told you, right? So using yum install Jenkins, right? In the same manner, replace it with the Java here. Okay, it will install the Java forever machine. So let's do the same. So use the command sudo yum install Java hyphen y. Install the Jenkins for us, guys. So once the installation is complete, then what we can do is we can start our Jenkins server.
So how we will come to know which version of the Java is installing?
It is downloading the latest version. So you can check it out using the Java hyphen version once it is downloaded. But you can see here it is downloading Java 1.8.
Okay.
Okay, you can check it out using. Let me clear my screen. Okay, so Java hyphen version, it seems it is not showing hyphen v. No, what is the command? Java
I think Java space hyphen versions.
Java space hyphen version. Yeah, correct. These are 1.8 now. Okay, so right now we have downloaded the Jenkins.bar file. Okay, so we will run this one. Okay, how to run? The same command java hyphen jar and Jenkins.bar. Okay, now it is installing. So again, same thing guys. So previously for a Windows machine, what we have done is we have used the went to the browser and typed localhost colon 8080 port number, right? Okay, here also we need to do the same thing, but in this case, you should not have a local IP here, localhost. You should type the IP address of your machine. Okay, so how to get the IP address? Go to your AWS console. Okay, on an instance you can see the IPv4 public IP, right? Just open this one, click on it. Okay, and one more thing, so as I told you, Jenkins listens the port number of 8080, right? We need to open the port number of 8080, then only it will open, otherwise no. Okay, then how to open this port number now? Then you can see here under security group there is a one option called as a launch wizard, right? So click on this. Okay, so once you open this, click on this launch wizard, you will get an action section. Click on this action and click on edit inbound rules. Select that one, and here once you selected that inbound rules, we'll get the option inbound rules, and the first one will be having the SSH, and it will be having the default port number of 22. It is mandatory, guys. Okay, in order to access our machine from a cloud. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to add a one more port number here. So click on add rule, and by default it will give the custom TCP, keep the same only, and the port range here you change it to 8080. Okay, under source information give 00s. Okay, so this indicates you can able to access this machine from anywhere. Okay, any location. Okay, and click on save. Okay, save rules. So once it saves the inbound rules, the port number 8080 will be open. Now what you can do is go to your EC2 dashboard and get the IP address of your machine. So where is the IP here? You need to click on your instance, and here you will get the IPv4 public IP. Okay, so copy this IP address. Okay, and go to your browser and paste the IP here. Okay, and give the port number. What is the port number? 8080, right? Enter. So once you open the port number, then only you can able to find the Jenkins web page, guys. Okay, unless enter you cannot able to find. Okay, and it will throw some error called as the site cannot be reached. Right, so right now it is asking for the password, the initial admin password. We need to provide it. Okay, so in our Linux we can copy it directly from here. Copy this, copy, go to your browser and paste it here. Simple. Okay, and then the installation will proceed. Never. Okay, install suggested plugins. Okay, it is still taking a lot of time. In Linux it will complete soon, guys. Okay.
So one more question. So when installing in Linux, so we got that binary password. Say for example, if I forgot, can I get it from somewhere else, or can I retrieve it?
No, it is for a one-time password. It is. Hence the name initial admin password here. Okay, while doing the installation, we need to give that one, and once you log in, you need to provide the credentials of your own. There is no
No.
default credentials like.
Actually, my question is different, sir. When installing in Windows, so it says one file to go and get it, right? It gives in a command prompt as well, and in our Windows machine, so we went to initial password file and we get it that right. So similarly, it shows for AWS inside AWS user. So in AWS inside that there is a folder created, and inside that there is initial password file, and we can get it there also.
Yes, we can get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we
Okay.
can do that. Okay, but here only in our Linux in the Git bash, right? We can copy that directly here. Okay, whereas the same it is not available. You cannot able to copy it in a Windows. You cannot copy it in the command prompt. Whatever the thing is there in the command prompt, you cannot copy it. Okay, hence I have went to that location and copied manually. Okay, whereas in a Linux you can able to copy anything here. See here, it is selecting. Whereas the same is not doesn't happens in the command prompt.
Okay.
See there, so the installation is completed here. Whereas still in a Windows, it is downloading. Okay, now it is asking for the admin credentials. We need to provide the credentials now. Okay, what is the username he wants to provide? Any username. I will use it as the same Jenkins because I used to forget. So everything I will keep it as a Jenkins only. Username is Jenkins and password is also Jenkins. Full name is also Jenkins and email also some dummy email ID, but in a real time you need to provide your official email ID. Okay, and click on save and continue. Okay, so finish. Okay guys, your Jenkins is ready. Click on start using Jenkins. So yes, this is what the dashboard of your Jenkins guys. So here what we need to do now, whatever the tools we have learned till now, right? That is a Git, Maven, SonarQube, Nexus. Okay, so all these tools we need to integrate with the Jenkins. Okay, and basically we need to create a one job in a Jenkins. Okay, so that what happens, it will automatically performs all our tasks here. Okay, so now what we will do, we will create a one job here. Okay, some we'll start using one by one. Okay, and one more thing guys, okay, in a real time we will be working on a pipeline that is a Groovy script. Okay, but I am teaching both the way, that is in a GUI as well as in a scripted level. Okay, first I will teach on a GUI because you guys needs to understand what exactly it is happening, right? So hence I will first teach in a GUI, then we'll go for the scripted one. Okay, so click on this new item here. As you can see in the left hand side, okay, there is an option called as a new item. So click on this new item. Okay, and here it will ask for the enter an item name here. So basically this is the name of your project. Okay, so what is the name you want to give for this? Okay, we will give this as a my first job. Sorry, my first job. Okay, and just it is just a name here. Okay, then what is that? I mean, one second, let me drag this file. So you will get n number of options guys here. Okay, first is a freestyle, second one is a pipeline, multi configuration project, folders, GitHub organization. So you will get all these options. Okay, these are for the default one. Okay, now we will learn in the future classes guys. Now what we are going to do is we are going to integrate Git with the Jenkins now. Okay, and basically we want to get the code from a Jenkins, from the Git to till Jenkins here. Okay, I want to get the code from a Jenkins GitHub to Jenkins. Okay, so how to get? So first on, as I told you, we will be working on a freestyle, I mean the GUI, right? So for GUI, what you need to do is select the freestyle project. Okay, so click on this freestyle and click on OK. Okay, and once you do that one, okay, it will ask n number of options. So here it is saying for the description, here you can provide any description of your project. Let's say I will give it as a my first project. in Jenkins. Okay, just a description I'm giving here. Then comes the discard old builds. Okay, we'll discuss this one later on. Then comes the source code management. Okay, under source code management, here we need to mention where my code is available. Okay, so right now we are using the Git, right? So click on this Git. Okay, if you are using any additional, I mean any other repository, guys. Okay, like GitHub, I mean. Subversion or something, what you need to do is you need to download the respective plugin for that, and then you can able to configure it. Okay, and that options it will be available here. Okay, once you configure, right? So right now we are using the source code management as a Git, and that is the default plugin it has downloaded for us. What I'm going to do is just select the Git here. Okay, now just a second, guys, I'm stopping it this in the Windows. Is it? Okay, so let me open a github.com, because the code is available in a github.com, right? So sign in. Okay, so my project is the Maven web project. So click on this, and here is my code, guys. So what I need to do is I want this code to be available under Jenkins workspace, guys, right? So how to get it? So what I need to do is here under repository section, it is asking for the repository URL. Go to the your Jenkins, that is in a github.com. Okay, you will get an option called as a clone. Okay, sorry, code. Under that, you'll get an option clone with the HTTPS or SSH. Okay, click on this HTTPS, click on this, it will copy the URL of your project. Okay, then go to your Jenkins and paste the URL here. Okay, so under this location, your code is available, guys. Okay, then comes the credentials. So it is saying failed to connect to the repository from the Git. Okay, so why this in the sense is here the Git is not available in my machine here. Okay, hence the issue. So what I can do is I need to install a Git for that. So let me connect and take one more tab.
So can you please maximize?
Okay, I'm just installing. Yes, I'm just doing the same. Okay, so I'm just installing the Git in this machine. Okay, because the Git is not available. So sudo yum install git -y. Okay, so git. Okay, it is working now. So go to Jenkins now. Shit. So let me refresh my page here. Okay, so click on this git and paste the URL. Sorry, copy this URL of your Jenkins. I mean the code from the GitHub. Okay, now the red issue gone, right? Now it is asking for the credentials, guys. Okay, in order to provide the credentials, click on this add option and select the Jenkins.
So
And
one more
here
question.
you need to provide the
So now you have downloaded the Git in a Linux machine, right?
yes,
But the code is not available in a Linux, right? It is available in a Windows only.
it is available in Windows. No, yeah, it is available in a github.com, right?
Okay. So got it. So it's a central, GitHub is a central for Windows and Linux.
Yes. That is a remote repository, right? It supports for Windows as well as for Linux as well.
Okay, got it. So got it.
Okay, yeah. Then here it will ask you for the username, password, ID, and description. Okay, here you need to provide the username of your github.com and provide the password, respective password for that. ID you can ignore and provide the description. Description in the sense you can provide anything so that you can, whenever you see the credentials, you can able to identify. So this credentials is for the Git. Okay, like that you can able to identify here. Okay, so let me provide the username here. So this is the username of my Git. Devops. Sorry guys, I forgot this. What is this username? Password. And click on add. Okay, so now under none is there, right? Under credentials, just click on this. You can able to find the credentials of your Git now. Okay, in the description, in the bracket, you can see whatever you mentioned it in the description. So the same will be available here. Okay, so select that and click on save. Okay, so right now what I'm doing today is I'm just getting the code from the Git repository to my Jenkins workspace, guys. Okay, so now we have just saved this file. Okay, how to run this one, right? So in order to run this one, okay, what we can do is, sorry, there is a one option called as a build now in the left hand side, right? Okay, just select that one. Okay, so once you select that, it will start running the job here. Okay, you can see in the build history, you can able to find it out. So click on this ball, you can able to find out the log of your, the job. You'll get the console output. So if your credentials, whatever the things it is happening in the back end, right, the same thing it will show it in a front end, guys, in a logs. You can able to identify what exactly it is happening here. Okay, if the build is success, it will show in a blue color. If the build is failure, it will show in a red color, guys. Okay, and if the if it is a failure or it is a success, okay, for both the things it will send the notification to the respective team member, guys. Right now you can see it is showing in a console output and it is in a blue color. That means it has successfully downloaded the code here. Okay, so where it will be available is here. As I said, it will be downloaded successfully, but where it will be available in the sense, it will be available in the Jenkins workspace. So where is the Jenkins workspace? Okay, Jenkins workspace in the sense the .jenkins folder, as I told you, right, that is in a user profile. So under user profile you can able to find it here. Okay, so let's go and check. So let me show in the back end as well. So I'm just logging into the server. I'm just maximizing now. So let me clear my screen. So as I told you, so the .jenkins folder will be available in under user profiles, right? So how to check in a user profile in the sense here? So dial, sorry, nuggets symbol slash ls hyphen al, sorry. Okay. So here you can see after Jenkins.var file above, there is a one file called as a .jenkins folder. Okay. So go into this directory .jenkins. Let me clear my screen and check all the files here. Okay, here you can able to see n number of files here. Okay, so under this you will find a one directory called as a workspace, right? You can see in the last third one workspace. Okay, so go into this directory. I'm just clearing the screen again. Okay, so I'm just clear the screen now. So I'm just checking what are the files available under workspace. Under workspace, now you can able to see there is a two files. One is my first job temp and one is my first job. So this is the project name which I have gave for my job in a Jenkins, right? So go into this directory, my first job. Okay, under that you check all files here. Okay, you can see now all your files has been downloaded successfully, guys. Okay, let me clear my screen now. Okay, here you can see the web content. Okay, and Jenkins source file, pom.xml file and target, right? But whereas in a GitHub the same code is available here. Yes, see, yes, the same code which is available in a Jenkins as well. That means it has successfully downloaded the code from the Git to Jenkins workspace, right, guys? And one more thing, you might be seeing this only the 5 files is there, whereas in GitHub there are a number of other files is there because there are extension is the dot here. Okay, hence the issue. What you can do is just execute al. Okay, now you can able to see all the files, right? So now what the Jenkins has done is it has downloaded the code from the Git now. Okay, now what we need to do? We need to give this code to the Apache Maven in order to download the, sorry, in order to create the artifacts, right? Any doubts, guys, here? Any difficulty here? Because for Git, we no need to download any plugin here. Okay, just give the URL, it will download. For Apache Maven and rest of the soft applications, we need to set the environment variables and as well as we need to download the respective plugin for that. Clear, guys? Any doubts, any difficulty here? Let me know. Okay, so whenever you download any code from the Git, right, so all the things it will be available in a Jenkins workspace. Okay, keep it in mind. Okay, in a Jenkins workspace you will find the job name, I mean your project name or job name in a Jenkins. Under that you will find a code. That is the standard version. Clear, guys? Any difficulty, any issues, let me know. Okay, and we will integrate Maven tomorrow, guys. Okay,
Sure, sir. Sir, one question. I don't know whether it's a valid question or not, but that you
it's
let
okay,
me
tell
ask.
us.
So, yeah. So actually, I have Windows machine. Okay. So when I try to execute Linux command, I mean, actually I'm trying to perform. So it is working. So, but I don't have any Linux configured, right? I don't have that Linux platform in that. How
Are you
that is working?
executing in a C? Are you executing in a CMD or else in a Git bash?
In CMD.
In command prompt, some of the command, I mean, some of the commands will be similar as per, I mean, like Windows as well as for Linux. Some of the commands will be same.
Okay.
See, for clearing the screen in a Linux, we are giving the full command clear. Okay, whereas in a line Windows, it is only CLS. Some of them will be having the differentiated, some of them will have same one.
Okay, okay, sir. I'll check into that.
Sure. Just do the installation, guys, whether it is in a Linux or else in a Windows, any one of it, okay?
And one more thing, sir. Yesterday you said that if you install Jenkins in Red Hat machine, so it will become costs that you said, right? So if you install the
Sorry?
way that you said, it won't be any paid. Yesterday you said something related to the cost when you install the Jenkins in Linux machine, right?
Right now I'm running in the Jenkins in a Linux machine only.
So I mean the way that you have explained to us. So if you install that, then there will be no paid, right?
No, it is a free version only. Okay, we no need to purchase a license. It is free only. Okay, I got it, guys. I got it. So as for Sonar Cube, I told you it seems right. It requires a 4 GB of RAM.
Sure.
It is for Sonar Cube. I will take it that later on. Okay, when I will take a, I mean 4 GB of RAM instance, I will download that time and show it to you. Okay,
Okay.
everything will be same, but the prerequisite is it requires a 4 GB of RAM in order to run in a Linux machine. One
Okay,
second,
I
please.
have mistaken that is for Jenkins. Okay, so got it.
One second. Yes, guys. Any other doubts?
Tushar,
Yeah. Yes, Kudakar.
this weekend you are taking the AWS classes, right?
Sure. Yes, guys. As we discussed yesterday, so we'll be having a session of AWS at the, I think 4 p.m. right? Saturdays.
Okay.
Thank you, Manjunath. We are planning a Kudakar, okay? On Saturday, 4 p.m. it seems. If everybody is
Okay.
okay.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So same link, or they are going to send a new link?
It will be same link, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Right. If I think everybody is okay for that, let me update on the same on a Saturday morning as well, guys. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Then fine. Bye, guys. Good
Bye.
night. Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.